Back at it for another episode of the BBNIC podcast. It's the one and only FOBC note, the Hood Ray Charles, Blind Poppy If You Nasty, the official Blind Stepper, the voice of the disabled because I gave the disabled a voice. It's only one me, the Booker C note. And we locked in, you know where we at, WTF Media Studio, the home of the BBNIC podcast. Shout out Weezy, shout out Alex. And we locked in with my boy Wolf, the official producer. We locked in, locked out. You know how we do. We stepping big. And before we even get into the episode, like, subscribe, comment. Let's run up to YouTube. Apple Music, Spotify. I'm everywhere. I'm like cracking the 80s. I'm spreading all over. I'm wherever you at. Like, oh, you got an Android? I'm on Google. I'm on Spotify. I'm on Apple. I'm on iHeartRadio. I'm everywhere. I'm spreading. I'm just telling you, like chicken pops. And if you want to tap into more what Blind Poppy is doing, text Blind Stepper, BLINDSTEPPA, for people that don't know how to spell, no disrespect, to 545454. And I send out updates, motivational quotes to get you moving, keep you motivated. But this podcast right here, this episode is like dear to me. Like, we talk about my grandmother. We gonna label this podcast. What name I got for this? Super Maddie to Dementia Maddie. Super Grandma to Dementia Grandma. And this episode might rub people the wrong way, whatever the case may be, but when did I ever care? I don't. I ain't do this in a minute, so today we gonna close our eyes. We gonna walk down this path. We ain't gonna flip over no furniture. We ain't gonna bump into no walls. We ain't gonna step on no cats, no dog. We ain't gonna step on the twins. Happy birthday, Boobie and Tinky Man. But for 33 years, I seen my grandmother do the impossible. She was super grandma, super Maddie. Her name is Maddie Sutherland. That's super Maddie right there. I done seen Maddie watch everybody kids. From us, she raised all her grandkids. She raised other people's kids. Maddie, the only person I know that get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, fix you breakfast before you go to school, come home, you got lunch. Right after you finish eating lunch, dinner's prepared too. She watched her General Hospital, her Bold and the Beautiful, her Oprah, and drink a beer on the couch. Now you know that's a good day. I done seen Maddie do the impossible. And in my eyes, I always say, oh, that's super grandma. You can't say you can't say Christopher without saying Maddie. You can't say Christopher without saying Jimmy. That's my grandfather. And lately, for the last 5 years, my grandmother been attacked with dementia. It might be touch to a lot of people for the simple fact you might have people home suffering with dementia. You see a different path in them, a different change. I see it because I live with my grandmother, so every day I seen something different in her. But we gonna open our eyes. I just had to give a little, like the reason why I tell people to close their eyes, I just want to give people a vision of how it is. Of this person. Like, it ain't you just looking at the screen and be like, oh, okay, now you visioning how this person move. This woman right here cooked the whole Christmas dinner every year for us. Non-stop, never changed, no nothing. But as years went by, I started seeing little changes in my grandmother. Like, I'm locked in with her every day. So little stuff she'll sit at the table and like she keep repeating herself over and over. And I'm just looking like, Grandma, you all right? But she was like, yeah, I forgot this. So I just take it as, oh, she just forgetting it. We're not thinking dementia. We're not thinking Alzheimer's and none of that. Because at the end of the day, it's like, we know it's possible, but we just can't see it on certain people. Like when people say, I can't imagine and picture you being blind, but this is my life. My grandmother, she wasn't just like any other grandmother. She was something different. Yeah, Maddie get on my nerves. Maddie did a lot of things. Maddie cleaned up your room when you didn't want her to clean up your room. Maddie washed your clothes. Maddie did it all. That's the typical grandmother. But then as time started to change, before we even get into times changing, I seen my grandmother go in her pocket and give people her last. I seen my grandmother there for graduations. I seen my grandmother there for funerals. I seen my grandmother there for birthdays. I seen my grandmother there for I seen my grandmother there for a lot. It's time she woke me up. Woke me to the bank to get this large just a large amount of money because somebody was short on their rent or somebody needed money to get by for the month. I seen it all. But then time started to change. Maddie started getting hit with dementia. Maddie patterns started changing. And I feel like the people changed with her. Everybody knew our number. Everybody know how to get in touch with Maddie. The phone calls stopped coming through. So I feel like when Maddie turned from super Maddie and from super grandma to dementia Maddie and dementia grandma, people forgot who Maddie was. Maddie's the big homie. If Maddie fall, a lot of people will fall, I feel. And the people just don't want like admit to it or understand, like really stand on that. Maddie is the tree. She got more than just her kids as leaves and branches and all that. So it's like for y'all to move and switch with the times, because Maddie, like fighting this dementia, I feel like a lot of y'all can't stand with her even with the dementia, to be honest. Maddie is one of those ones. And it's like the podcast, yeah, we laugh, we cool, we do this, but it's a lot that I had to get on my chest. And I sat there and say, the day Maddie closed her eyes, y'all gonna hate me. Cause I'm gonna let it be known. I feel like this is a time when we all supposed to be around. This is a time where she should have her family at the most, at the end of her bed. Maddie, like, you know how it feels when random people walk in, not even random people, family members walk in, she don't remember you. That mean you wasn't around enough. That mean you wasn't present enough. But when you needed her, Maddie was. And it's like we ain't gonna make this podcast one of those, because you know, Cino don't care. Like, it is what it is. But me and Wolf was talking behind the scenes and he like, you know, his grandmother suffered with dementia.
Yeah.
So, like, how was it with your grandmother with the dementia?
You know, it's funny hearing you speak about how your grandmother was. My grandma is very similar. You know, when she was well, you know, when she was more to herself, you know, she'd watch her stories, her General Hospital. You know what I mean? She drinking her beer. I forgot what kind of beer it was. You know what I mean?
I was drinking Coors Light and Heineken, Mars and Budweiser.
You know, it's a Budweiser. That's what it was for sure. It was the Budweiser.
Maddie for you.
You know what I mean? And she watching the stories and she at the house all the time, moving shit around all the time. But now, you know, the older she gets, she retired, so she's not working out in the workforce like, you know, like everybody else is and stuff. Like, so she spent a lot of time at home and she's not married, so she doesn't have a partner, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then, you know, when your kids get older, they start their own
life.
You know what I mean? They got their own stuff to do. So as much as you want to be there for somebody, you can give them as much time as you can, but there's some things you just got to do. Like, you got to go to work, you know, and you got to tend to your kids. And sometimes those are all day things. Mm-hmm. So as my grandmother is at the house by herself a lot of the time, I think, I don't know, it's just, that's why community is really important. Community is important. You need somebody to be there when somebody get older. And, you know, that's the best case scenario. You know, everything is not perfect, so sometimes that can't happen for several different reasons. But my grandmother, I just started to notice that she would repeat these stories, right?
Over and over. She keep going back.
Yeah, you know, like it started with her saying, like, so-and-so took my money. And, you know, I told them not to take it, but so-and-so, they took I hid it and they found it and they took it. And then, you know, we all kind of like, I call her Big Mama. And we just like, Big Mama, nobody took nothing from you. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? Like, where's she getting this from? And then it would be days where I would spend the whole day with her and we just be laughing and we talking, we having a good time. And trust and believe, as soon as we get toward the end of the day, that story will come back up.
Pop back up. Mm-hmm.
You know? And she would say it, and I'd be like, but we just did all this laughing. We just did all this talking. We did all this, you know, mentally stimulating stuff just for you to get back to, but they took my money. You know what I mean? Back to square one. And that's where it starts. You know, that's where it started. Like, it started her just repeating these stories. And like you said, you notice that pattern. You're like, okay, you try to brush it off like she old. You know what I mean? Like, my grandmother 95. So
yeah, God bless her.
God bless her. So it's just kind of like, okay, like, it's some shit just gonna happen when a nigga get old. You know what I mean? But then once shit start like becoming cyclical, it start being repeated, and you start knowing something up.
It's something different.
Yeah.
Like, even with mine, like, I start seeing a pattern in my grandmother. And it's times I used to get mad at shit she do, but then one day is like, I sat down and I just was quiet. I just sat there and I just watched her. And then she started talking to me. And then like the story she talking to me, she talking about shit that happened years ago. And I sit down like, yeah, she remember this? And I'm like, yeah. Remember this? Yeah. I'm like, yo, grandma, you don't watch General Hospital none of that no more? She's like, General Hospital? What's that?
And you know something wrong.
And then like that, like my grandmother, you could not turn the TV
Oh God.
when she was watching that General. You could not talk when she watching that General Hospital.
Oh God.
And that shit just like, damn. And that shit broke me down. And she like, I remember when them suckers shot you. That's all she said. I remember when them suckers shot you. And I'm just sitting there like, damn. It's like, yup, I remember that too. I remember when you was in the hospital. It's like they tell these stories over and over just to keep the memories in their head type. It's like I really see like my grandmother like changing back into a kid.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Damn.
She go in the bathroom, she start playing in the bathroom. And it gets me frustrated and all that, but then I be having to thinking, oh, it's the dementia. Like, you got to keep saying that. Like, she's sneaking to do stuff. I keep saying, I learned a lot of patience dealing with my grandmother.
The sneaking is an interesting part.
Man, my grandmother sneak. And I'm like,
hiding shit.
Yo, she do it all. Do it all. I be frustrated. Calling my mother, y'all gotta fucking do something, this. But it's like, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. And then I'm sitting up there, I'm like, all right, I just gotta have patience. I gotta have patience. Even though it could be a headache, yo, you just gotta have patience. Cause I keep saying to myself, this was never my grandmother.
Yeah.
This was never my grandmother. This was never what? Cleaning up every day. When you hear that Al Green, that Marvin Gaye.
You know what it is.
On a Saturday that follow me before I let go, you know it's time to clean up the house.
You know what it is, bro.
What? When she put that stereo on, oh, she's cooking. It's Christmas around.
Right.
Oh, we listen to Christmas songs. We doing this. It's like, those are the moments that made me feel like a kid again.
Yeah.
I felt like a kid again when I heard those songs.
Yeah.
I felt like I'm waking up to presents on Christmas, even though I'm too old and I'm waking up to shit.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, man. I got the car towed. My grandmother went and got the car out. Like, I got in trouble with the law. My grandmother paid the restitution so I won't go to jail. That's super grandma. That's why even the time she get on my nerve, but I sat there and say, all right, this is my grandmother.
She the foundation, bro.
What? It wouldn't be me without her. It wouldn't be my mom's without her. It wouldn't be my aunt. It wouldn't be none of us without Maddie.
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like people forgot about that.
And that's the fucked up part. It's fucked up when you see your grandmother in a position where she's vulnerable because things are changing. And it's new for everybody. That's the thing. Like, it's new for us. And then just imagine how confusing it is for her. And when you see people start to pull back when they should be stepping in.
Man. And they say family.
And they say family.
Sometimes friends are stronger than family.
Hey, bro, don't even get me started, bro. I could preach that all day.
Like, real talk. Like, shout out to Miss D, her best friend. She don't miss a beat with her. If she don't know nobody, she know D. D is the name she used to sneak out the house. I'm going to curse she to D. Oh, but really, she going to Fulton Street to spend money. Like, even with the dementia, my grandmother is still giving. I done seen this lady have no money, but she was still something just to give to somebody.
Wow.
But still chips to give to my child. My son say, I don't like these, but if it makes her happy, take those chips.
Take those chips, yeah.
Take those chips, because I could be in the front, I just hear her whispering, I'm going to go get you some chips tomorrow, this. And I call my mother, your mother planning her escape tomorrow. She come in, I'm going to cross you with my girl D. She'll go over there just to say hi, and she gone. That's her escape goal. Like, so I see that, like, I'm thankful for people like Ms. D.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you really show that you just more than a friend. You really, like, y'all really sisters.
That's real family.
Like, people don't stand on that.
That's real family is not blood, bro.
Man, it's not. It's not.
It's not.
It's definitely not.
Family,
what makes you family?
Family is the people that align with you. Family is the people that you choose, bro. Like, we related. We related.
That's all.
We got the same blood. We got similarities between us. We come from the same family tree. But family, it's like, that's a badge of honor to wear.
Come on, man. Some friends that take off their shirt before they family though.
Oh,
before your family though.
I done seen it.
Real shit.
I done seen it.
I got real stand-up friends around me.
Yeah.
That's like my family.
Yep.
Like, and I said, and I cherish that shit. So I hold that to a place like I'm like we locked in forever.
Yeah.
If it's like that.
Yeah.
But I thought shit was gonna be like that for my grandmother, but it never was.
Yeah. It's sad.
And I just know people just use her.
Yeah, it's
They was
fucked up.
users.
It's fucked up.
Come on, man. Niggas couldn't sleep. Niggas couldn't stand with my grandmother when they on her worst day. Jewelry, bracelets on both arms, rings, $1,000 chains.
Fly.
What shirt matching the
Come on.
the capris with the sandals.
You know she was doing it.
Now you look at him like, damn, what happened to all my grandmother jewelry?
Yeah.
She started giving it away. My grandmother was going to the church giving away her jewelry. Giving away jewelry and all that. Like, she always liked to see people happy. She had no jewelry to give to you. She started giving away plates, paper plates. She got to give away something.
Wow.
That lady always going to be blessed.
Right. You like, you might need this.
Man, that lady always going to be blessed. That's why I say it's like, people only want to keep Super Maddie and they memories instead of trying to connect with the Dementia Maddie. Like, my cousin just came home from jail. And as soon as he walked in, like, my grandmother raised all of us. There for all of us. He walked in and she just looking at him. And it broke him down.
Yeah.
No matter how masculine, what you did in the streets or whatever the case, it broke him down. He like, damn, bro, she don't remember me.
Yeah.
Now he make his presence known, coming to see her and everything else. Aunt Francis is me. Aunt Francis is me. Is Aunt Francis? All right, so why everybody else ain't stepping up and doing that?
Yeah, bro.
Be bullshit, bro. As I said, if you home and you got somebody in your family that's suffering with dementia, like, be patient with them.
You gotta be patient.
Gotta be patient with them. Like, stand by them. Let them know they not fighting this by themselves. It might be hard. It's gonna be a lot of cry nights that you gonna cry.
Yeah.
But you gotta look at it like, she's here. They here.
And you gotta, and the thing is, like, just try your best to not think about yourself in that moment.
1,000%.
You know, try your best to not think about you, because I know it's hard. You know, like, as I'm listening to you speak right now, like, I'm feeling away because I'm thinking about you just saying shit that I can relate to, like, right now. You know, it's a season that we in currently, you know, and I can relate to it. But the thing is like, it's less about how I'm feeling about this situation changing, and it's more about, like, what I can do with the time I got left.
Real shit.
That's what it's about. And when I see her, and, you know, I'm from Texas, so my grandma in Texas, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna take off like May 22nd to the 31st, and I'm gonna make sure I see her every fucking day, even if it's just for an hour.
As you should.
You know what I mean? And we gonna tap in, and then the situation is you know, it's increasing. But however, it's all about when it's all said and done, bro. And you can't make these trips no more. You can't make these visits no more.
That person gone. Now you gonna wish you should have did more.
Yeah.
You should have been there more. That, and that. I ain't gonna lie. This episode definitely was touching because I live with this woman.
Yeah.
Like, she took me in when I was out here wilding.
Yeah.
My grandmother never turned her back on none of our kids, on none of her grandkids. But prospect is standing. You always, the doors is always open. She always gonna feed you. She always gonna be there for you no matter what.
Especially
our mothers feel like we wrong. My grandmother won't tell us, you know, you should never did that, but I'm not gonna leave you out there.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm not gonna do.
Come on, man. It ain't too many people that can give me that love that my grandmother gave me.
That's different, bro.
That, like, super different. What?
Yeah.
She make your favorites. What? I made you a cake just because.
Just because, bro.
Come on.
Just because I know you like it.
Come on, my grandmother find out I like something, she go to the store, come back like, hey, I bought you this because I know this is what I see this is what you eat.
Tapped in.
I see this is what you drink.
Man.
And she raised my son.
That's a special kind of love.
What?
Bro.
I used to be in there asleep, my son crying, she coming in there and she picking him up.
Yeah.
I got him going in the room with her.
Yeah.
Like, that's my grandma. What?
Yeah.
You could tell her, no, the kids can't have this. She's sneaking them icy.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Man. For sure. Knowing damn well when she was raising kids, she wasn't doing none of that shit.
She still was doing that.
You word?
Still, what? My mother say no. She's still giving it. My mother told my sister when she was, no more bottles. My grandmother had her under the cover, hiding her, giving her the bottle. Like, what? We live to go to grandma's house on the weekends.
Yeah, that's special, bro.
Something different. Like I sat there and said, it's like,
that's special, bro.
Our kids would never experience what we had with my grandmother and my grandfather.
Yeah, it's like the thing is that there's no way to replicate it, but we could. But I think what we should try to do, we should try to get as close as we can.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Doing it our way.
Nah, real shit. My grandfather got his car towed to get me a Pokemon game. Every week we going to get sneakers before they even come out.
Yeah.
Every year we had a new bike for Christmas.
Yeah.
My grandfather bought us little cap guns and we running around the house acting like we cops and robbers. Yeah, he jumping over the couch. My son would never experience that because my grandfather older now.
Yeah, it's different.
So it's a difference. So that what I'm saying, like, you gotta cherish these people while they're here. Because when it's all gone, you're gonna wish you had much more time with them and it's gonna be too late.
Yeah, you got
1,000% too late.
You gotta cherish it. My biggest focus in life, if you could just delineate it down to what it really is, no regrets, bro. The least amount of regrets humanly possible. I know I'm gonna get a couple of them motherfuckers because that's what it means to be human. But you know what though? I'm actively going out of my way to make sure that I leave this bitch with very few of them. Man,
like I said, the day, God forbid, my grandmother and my grandfather closed their eyes, I have no regrets because I gave them my all.
Yeah.
Gave them my all. What?
Yeah, that's real.
What? I did everything I can do for Maddie and Jimmy.
Yeah.
And I'm satisfied the way I did it.
Shout out to Maddie and Jimmy, man. For real.
What?
Shout out to y'all.
The best I ever did it. You can't mention Blind Poppy without mentioning them two. I could be down, feeling out of it, want to give up.
Yeah.
I call my grandfather, he ain't talking like, nah, it's this. He start praying.
Yeah.
And his words will make me like, all right, I feel better now. I'm not crying no more.
We're going to be all right.
What?
Yeah.
I'm forced to be reckoned with, man. I got the higher power with me, man. I can't be touched.
Yeah.
That's what I say. We got to cherish them. We got to cherish those ones. Like my grandmother, like she went through a change. I just see my grandmother fading. They take her to the hospital. She not eating.
Yeah.
So now they like, we got to put her in a nursing home temporary.
It's that part. They're not eating.
I mean, it's days I walked around the house crying because I feel like a part of me is missing.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's like, now she got her strength back. We FaceTime. I went to the hospital to see her. And she walked to the door and the way she jumped out the bed. Oh, I've been looking for your ass, Chris. I miss you. And it's like,
wow.
Damn, I did everything. I know when the way she excited to see me, I'm doing something.
Yeah, for sure.
What? I'm FaceTime. Chris, I miss your ass, baby. I can't wait to get home. It's like, I know that makes me feel like I did my job. I got to keep going.
Yeah.
Because before they leave this earth, I got to put them in a business that belong to me.
Man, God willing, bro.
Man, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Nobody ain't gonna stop me. I got the higher power with me. Nobody gonna stop me. But it's just like that love I give my grandmother. Like, man, y'all missing out. You know who I'm talking to. Those who are that's watching this, you know who I'm talking to. Like, you missing out on a lot.
Yeah.
Whether it's grandma, whether it's Aunt Francis, whether it's whatever, you missing out on a lot.
And don't get upset. Get inspired, bro.
Man, listen, I don't care if they get upset. To be honest, I say what people want to say.
Yeah.
And don't care about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got shot 3 times. What I'm holding back on my words for?
Yeah, you ain't nothing to hold back.
I'm on my second life. What I'm holding back on words for? What the hell?
Words.
Come on, man. I don't hold back on nothing. I live my life with no fears. I live my life with no caution tape around me. I do whatever I want, and everybody know that. But it's another episode of the BBNIC podcast. And I'm going to leave like this with words that Maddie would say. You leave her on the back of the bus. Or you play with fire, your ass will get burned. I am FOBC, the Hood Ray Charles, Blind Poppy of Nasty, the official blind stepper from the BBNIC podcast. And we always stepping big.